Hey everybody. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the difference between the verb say and the verb tell. If you have to do any kind of exam, like especially the Cambridge First Certificate, this is something you're going to be tested on. Because again, this is one word in Spanish, but they want to know that you know the difference in how to say this and the different contexts that you use it in. So today, that's what we're going to review. It's important to remember that both say and tell are used for any kind of verbal communication. So both times they're talking about transmitting ideas from one person to another. And they're talking about the way you connect the speaker and the information. But be careful though, we don't use them in the same way. Okay? So here's a quick review of the times when you have to use say and the times you have to use tell. And it primarily comes down to two specific things. The first is that you don't organize the information after the verb in the same way. With say, for example, you can say something. So it's usually, say is almost always used with ing. Say something, say anything, say nothing. You can say something to someone, and keep in mind that the information has to go before the person who gets it. And then you can also use it in general expressions like say what. So the idea of say is that it's general talking back and forth between the speaker and the listener. So to review, say is for general information and general exchange of information back and forth between the listener to the speaker and the listener and the speaker to the listener. Tell, however, is slightly different. Tell has the idea that information goes one way. For example, telling someone a story, telling lies to someone, or telling someone a joke. You typically don't expect a response. So when you tell someone something, or you tell something to someone, the information's going from the speaker to the listener, but not necessarily return. So, quick review. Say is the exchange going back and forth between the listener and the speaker, where tell usually has the idea that the speaker is giving information to the listener, but not necessarily the other way around. For example, if you tell someone to shut up, you really don't expect a response. We organize the predicate information differently as well. With say, you can say something, you can say anything, or you can say nothing. Again, any word ending in ing uses say. You can say something to someone, but you cannot say me something. The person does not go after say. Say is also used a lot with reported speech. Say that. He said that he was happy. With tell, again, remembering that the information only usually goes one way, you can tell someone something, you can tell something to someone, but you cannot tell nothing, you cannot tell something, or tell anything, because ings go after say. You can't tell that in reported speech. And you cannot tell to me something. You can tell me something, but you cannot tell to me something. Okay? So, quick summary of everything. Say is for information that goes back and forth between the listener and the speaker. Say also uses the ing form. Where tell, the information goes from the speaker to the listener, but not necessarily returned. And it's used a lot in the context of giving information without receiving information back. So that's a quick review for today. If you'd like more information or more hints and ideas about learning English, feel free to visit the blog at stopspanglish.blogspot.ca. And if you want more information about having classes, the website you need to visit is www.stopspanglish.com.